Gabriella was a new student at Bremen High School this year, and while most may know that she came from another place, where that other place is may surprise people. Gabriella moved from Puerto Rico last fall.
Well, it's kind of a long story. I was in the summer before here, and then my cousin and I were joking around. She was like, "Hey, why don't you move here? You know, we like you, so why don't you just come here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna ask my mom." And she's like, "Okay," and my mom said yes, and I'm like, "Are you for real?" Got serious, and I ended up moving here. I actually moved here 3 days before school started, so it was kind of a little bit hard. Everything was different. I mean, we we could, I don't know how to explain it. It's just different. I mean, you'd have to live there to actually understand.
In addition to the intimidation of relocating so far away, Gabriella had another barrier to overcome.
I left my family behind, like my mom and my dad. They live in Puerto Rico, and my two sisters, they're in Puerto Rico too. So I'm here alone with my cousin, but I just barely knew her 3 years ago. So it's not like the same bond I have with my parents and my sisters.
And walking away from that bond was harder than anticipated.
Exactly the day I left, my sister, she didn't go to the airport with me because she knew she was gonna cry. So she started crying in the house anyways, and she was like, "Don't go, you still have time to stay." And I'm like, "I already bought the ticket, I'm leaving." And she's like, "Okay, bye." And so then after that in the airport, my best friend called me and she's like, "You don't have to go, you can stay with me." And then my mom started talking to me too. She was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't know anymore." So that started creating doubts in me.
Yeah.
The people actually telling me not to go. But that's like pulling you back, you know. If you listen to other people, they're just gonna keep dragging you down.
Gabriella says that moving to Illinois has been quite the adjustment.
I mean, I can start with the weather. This is freezing in here. Like, it's probably 70 outside, and I feel like I want to die. It was tough at first because you're new and stuff. But I actually like everything. I like the classes in here.
Though her mother has been there helping with everything she could.
Well, my mom stayed for the first week, so she would walk me over to the bus, and she would wait on the bus, which was kind of awkward because she'd be the only woman there, and you'd be like. But after that, she left. She had an alarm on her phone because there's an hour of difference in Puerto Rico. So when it's 7 o'clock in here, she always sends me a message. Like every day, she sends me a message saying "Good morning, wake up," this and that. Like a mother.
As difficult as it is, success is the only option.
The deal with my uncle, he was the one that actually helped me move to here.
Yeah.
It was like, if you move to the U.S., you have to stay in the U.S. because we had a cousin that she did the same thing, but she moved back to Puerto Rico to study. So we were kind of all wondering why she didn't. So he was like, if you go, you have to stay there. And I'm like, well, okay, I was planning on going to college in here anyway, so I might as well just go there.
Yeah.
And they've been asking me like, "Oh, are you going back to Puerto Rico?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going for the summer, but I'm not staying there. I'm going back. I already applied for colleges and stuff."
Gabriella has big plans for her future and her new location.
I'm going to start in a community college so I can like actually afford going to college without having to ask for student loans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I want to major in psychology.
Okay.
And it's something that really attracts me. What I'm gonna do is that in this 2 years, I'm gonna go to Miami and start looking at universities over there. I'm already here. Might as well enjoy it.
To keep motivated, Gabriella thinks of her family and the sacrifices they made.
My parents said that I could be here, so I don't want that to be in vain. They said yes. It's hard for them.
Yeah.
So I just want to make them proud that what they did was a good thing, not a bad thing.
The world is a big place for those of us who are willing enough to leave what we know and work hard enough to see it. New societies, sites, mentalities, and ways of life enhance the human experience in ways no one thinks possible, but only to those who are willing enough to take the leap of faith into the unknown.